we looking over there? The three shots. Sulaiman. Sulaiman. Are we looking? The three shots, are they okay? We are ready. 2, 1, action.
Good morning, Nigerians. Hope you're good today. It's from your darling newspaper, Punch, Nigeria. As Nigerians troop out today to vote their favorite candidates, we are also here to give you election updates. And to do that with me is Lukman Abolade. Lukman, how are you today?
I'm fine. Good morning, Nigerians. Today is the D-Day, and yes, of course, you will catch all live updates from us here. How is it going over there?
Yes, so before we go into the election update proper, we'd like to take a review of the Punch paper today. So after the review then, we have a couple of programs lined up for today. We have the newspaper review, and after that we'll go into the explainer on how to vote, and also get situation report from our reporters all over the country. We've made arrangements for that, and they will be coming on live when expected. And also we'll have other programs lined up. So Lukman, on the front page of Punch newspaper today, we have Battle Royale, Atiku, Tinubu, Obi, 15 others fight for presidency. You know, it encapsulates everything.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a tough battle among the 18 candidates and political parties. I'm sure the Nigerians are willing. They are already they're anxious to know what will end the election today. Who is going to win? Who is going to come first? Who is going to come second? Are there overhyped sentiments somewhere? Would it go beyond social media for some people? Would the whole clouds help or not? You know, all of these things.
So a lot of decisions will be made today, and I mean, as a subheading to that headline, we have 1,101 candidates vying for 109 senatorial, 312 rep seats. You know, the attention is quite fixated on the presidential election. A lot of people have forgotten that we still have the senatorial candidates too. So it's just a reminder that as you are voting the presidential candidate, you also vote your preferred senatorial candidate and rep candidate. So going into that same page, Lukman, we have the subheading that says parties express readiness. Are you sure parties are really ready for this game? Because from the statistics, over 100,000 party agents have been deployed across the country from the leading parties. What are your expectations, Lukman?
We already see there was a statistic that was released by the INEC of party agents across the 36 states and capital. So yes, they have their agents already. They are out there. We've not had any counter information from the INEC of readiness from the part of the party. So yes, I think the party are ready.
Even as of yesterday, a lot of people got their tags, and I mean, shows readiness on the part of the Electoral Commission. Yeah. So the security personnel too have been deployed, and various security agencies. According to the Nigerian police, we have 310,000 officers and men for the poll. To complement that, we also got 93,000 from the other sister agencies. I'm talking about the NDLA, the DSS, and all of that. Lukman, security is your forte. Do you have any security advisory for Nigerians who want to vote today?
I mean, I think it's simple. Just go out there, cast your vote, and then monitor your vote. When it's time to leave, leave. I encourage Nigerians not to be scared of police harassment and all of that, because I'm also aware that the Police Service Commission already deployed its officers out there to ensure that even the security personnel conduct themselves in an orderly manner. So yes, just go out there, cast your vote, and go back home. I don't think it should be more than that.
So what do you say to the movement restriction? This morning when I was coming to the office, I saw that a lot of people are bridging that restriction. Is that a worry?
Well, not necessarily. You know, while on my way this morning, yes, some people did, but the vehicular movement, of course, was largely restricted. Some people will still have to go, you know, considering how some people need to walk maybe for 20 minutes or 10 minutes before they get to their polling unit. So yes, I think it's okay. It's okay.
So away from the poll, something happened yesterday. There was a viral audio that was circulating. I mean, alleging something fishy going on in the opposition PDP party. Let me read out a snippet. Atiku on Friday, described as utter rubbish, an audio clip circulating in social media, wherein he, alongside his running mate Ifeanyi Okowa, and the Sokoto State Governor Aminu Tambuwa, allegedly hatched plans to scuttle the election. It raises the question of how disinformation and misinformation has been part and parcel of our electoral process. Are you worried?
Yes.
Or do you think there's anything we can do to change that?
Yeah, well, I think that on the part of the media has been doing its job. I saw some fact checks on this particular fake audio clip. That come on, this is it's fake. But I must say that quite the three most popular parties have had, you know, one or two fake news shared by them. I mean, I've monitored them. So
you're saying it's not just a particular party?
It's not peculiar to a particular party. I think it's either by the party agents or by the supporters or by the party themselves. So you see it here and there. So, well, the media is trying its best to ensure that some of these things are fact-checked, but it's a problem because some people would have access to that particular fake news, but will not get to see the fact check.
So it brings to that question about people saying the misinformation and when there's a rejoinder or maybe a fact check. And if we have so many fact checking platforms like this, just imagine what would have happened if we have none.
Exactly. So, well, and I think that the media itself should be on standby because as the election starts today, people are going to continue sharing fake news. So the media should be on standby to ensure that these are promptly fact-checked and they educate the people.
So let's go to page 12 of the Punch, Saturday Punch, where we have advisory from ECOWAS. You know, it's quite interesting that when we have elections like this, it is the international community coming in a way. So the Economic Community of West African States has asked politicians to caution their supporters against inciting comments. He also asked Nigerians to be patriotic. Do you think there's, the four leading candidates, Tinubu, Atiku, Obi, and Kwakwanso, according to the analysis, do you think there's much that they can do to curb insightful comments from their supporters?
Yeah, well, I think so, actually. The candidates and the parties should talk to their supporters. Okay. Just cast your vote. It is the vote that counts, not the statements, not arguments at the poll.
But do you think they have power over that? Because sometimes fans, some people say fans can be rabid.
Well, what is a presidential candidate if you can't talk to your followers?
Word. Away from that, we discussed this yesterday in the studio, the manhunt for vote buyers, and it made it to the front page expectedly today.
Yes.
So, beyond the 32 million that was discovered by the EFCC, I think from the pages today, we saw that ICPC also recovered 2 million naira suspected to be for vote buying. This menace of vote buying for how long?
Well, you said yesterday that money has always been a factor in Nigerian politics. Yes,
But should
it's
you
a fact of
should
what-
you
what-
continue on that pedestal?
No, it should not. As a matter of fact, it should not. But I think that as a people, now away from security or the law enforcement agencies, as a people, I think we also need to look at this issue and try to find a way to stop it. How often do you educate your friends? How often do you tell your family that come, vote buying is wrong, don't do it?
So beyond the campaigns from INEC and other, CSOs that look, vote buying is a menace and we need to stop it. We think we should do more
Yes,
of campaigns.
we should as a people, we should do more. We should really do more because it's worrying. It's worrying. You realize that at the end of the day, we might not actually have a president that people wanted, but a president that was able to buy itself into the Aso Rock Villa.
Yeah, so sorry to cut to you, Lukman. There's a particular news item that caught my attention, and I feel it's important that we also check it. It didn't make it to the front page, but then, yes, it's about the LP candidate. Labour Party supporters are alleging that the ballot paper does not have their name on it. Have you seen that, Lukman?
Yes. I read that earlier this morning.
Okay.
And I must say that it's worrisome. How did that happen? INEC should come out and speak. If this allegation is found to be true, what caused it? What led to what?
But they are alleging a bias. Do you think there's a bias because it happened in Hondo? Less than 42 hours to the national. As I'm reading from the paper now, less than 24 hours to the National Assembly election, the Hondo State chapter of the party has cried out over the omission of its logo on the ballot that will be used for the election. Do you think that was done on purpose?
Well, I mean, so far so good. I think that INEC has conducted itself in a way that you'll understand that they actually want a free and fair election. But so I really don't think that it could have been an intentional thing. If there is actually an omission, they should fix it.
So if we never can say if that was done on purpose or if that was a mistake from the Electoral Commission. But then before we go to other programs that we have today, I would like to enlighten electorate out there, people who want to come out and exercise their franchise on how best to do it, some of the things you need to know. And so an explainer is coming up right now. Stay tuned.
Lukman, speak loud and always look at the prompter because you are communicating
Is the
to
explainer on already?
Yes, it's on.
Okay. All right. Should we come in now? 3, 2, 1.
Yes, welcome back. We're still election updates for the Nigerian decides. I know emotions are high and Nigerians they cannot wait to exercise their franchise. So, Lukman, away from the paper review that we've just done, your security is your forte. Do you have any security advisory for Nigerians who want to vote?
Yes, as I said the other time, go out there, cast your vote, then monitor your votes. And
I mean, I'm talking about security tips now. Do you think maybe they should always be observant, you know, some of the security measures?
Yeah, well, since we already have the security personnel out there ready to ensure that there is no violence, I think that what one should just do as a voter is to ensure that after you vote, just go home. Don't engage in arguments at the poll. Don't say something that might, you know, not go down well with other voters. It's better to just cast your votes and then go back home.
And if you see something, say something to
to the security
agents.
exactly. You see an unusual movement. You see someone with a suspicious material during the voting. You talk to the security personnel only.
So there's another concern that I think we should address. You know, ordinarily the campaign is supposed to stop, but on social media some people are still canvassing for their preferred candidates.
Can you stop that?
I don't know if we have a mechanism that we can put in place to check that. Is it possible?
Well, I really don't think it's possible.
Because it's social media.
It's the social media. It is not a paid advert that a particular party or particular candidate is pushing out. That is just someone behind his or her own keyboard saying, "See, come, this is how I think we should go. This is how I intend to go." So I don't think we should do anything with them.
Away from the campaigns now, do you think social media is going to play a role? Over the years we've seen where people monitor the ballot after voting and all of that, and people share real-time update on social media. Do you think that's going to help the credibility of the election in a way, or accountability of even the Electoral Commission and other parties?
Well, I think it's going to play two roles, really. One of information, and on the other with disinformation as well. We've seen in the past where people will just come out there and say, "Oh, in this particular polling unit we had this 1,000 number of votes," and then when the actual result is out, you realize that that particular update that was shared in the first place was fake. So you will see people trying to push agenda just to, you know, give their supporters a feeling that they are winning.
In fact, sorry to cut you, in previous elections we've seen a situation whereby before the INEC result is out, a lot of people share different results, and you keep wondering,
which
is it not this election that is yet to end?
Exactly.
And people are still out there voting, and the results are flying around all over social media. Do you think there's a way we can curtail that?
Well, I think it's just to keep educating the people that say, come, if you share a fake news, you are misleading a whole lot of people.
What about now that you cannot even? It's very hard to differentiate between what is fake and what is real. For instance, this morning before coming to the studio, I saw a clip of some American celebrities endorsing a particular candidate, and they carried this particular paper on their hand, vote so person, vote so person. I mean, a lot of American celebrities. And if it's not that quite vast, I mean, in the social media use and some of these things, I would really fall for the video.
I think
because technology has really advanced that you never can tell what people can do.
That's one of the problems that deep fake can give you sometimes. But well, there's really little or nothing that we can do to it. I think that there was a time, I think the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, said they were engaging some of these platforms to ensure that they bring down fake news or some propaganda videos like that. So yes, I think that's what we can do. We can only engage Twitter and Facebook,
other
and
tech
giants, the tech giants, to say, come, when people flag posts like this, just take it down. Just take it down
instead of still generating reactions,
because the more it stays there, the more people will see it, they will like, and you know.
But some people have the view that is like you want to muffle the freedom of expression of people. I mean, that's a thin line in between.
Well, I don't believe in absolute freedom. I think that freedom should, in a way, be censored as well. I'm not saying that you should you should not let people tweet what they want, whatever they want to tweet. Because you have freedom to do something does not mean that you should make a wrong use of it. When it comes to fake news, I think
because like that saying that where your own rights stops is when that of another person's begins.
Exactly, because what that fake news that Mr. A is sharing, I might see it and then believe and act on that particular piece of
so you are saying there should be consequences for some of these actions?
Yes, I agree. I think there should be.
All right, thank you so much, Lukman. Report from the field saying that a lot of Nigerians have started to express themselves by starting the voting exercise. I would like to check what is going on out there across the country. Like I told you, we have our reporters. Shout out to our reporters there who are working to ensure that they get you timely updates. So we'll be going on the field in a few seconds now. Stay tuned.
Can't hear you.